Okay guys, welcome back to another Far Cry mapping tutorial video here by Eggs. I just wanted to do a little touch up on the texture painter brush constraints. They're really great for painting on steep slopes instead of trying to use it by hand. It takes a really long time to sit there and do that, even with your strength all the way up. So using your brush constraints can save you a great deal of time when you're painting on cliffs and slopes and mountains and whatnot. We're going to first off and show you the minimum and maximum altitudes here. They're very basic. All they define is how high up and how low down your particular texture is going to paint on that hill. So let's see, we'll set this to about 25, 26 there, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. No matter how big you make it or whatnot, it's only going to paint however high you set it to. As you can see there, it's set at 25, so no matter where it goes, it's going to be from 0 all the way up to 26.53 there, no matter where it goes. Even if you go over here, that's as high as it'll go. So you can also use your minimum brush constraints if you want to paint a specific area. For example, I could paint, let's see, 20 to 25, just as a good example there. And as you can see, it does get the bottom of the hill a little bit, and it's just something you'll have to play around with. But, you know, there we go, that's a little bit better. As you can see, it only paints exactly where you want it to. And this is really useful if you want to do multiple textures on the same hill, and it saves you a ton of time. But let's move on. This altitude fuzziness here is another really basic function, but I'd say it's equivalent to, with your terrain tools up here, it's equivalent to your distortion. Pretty much what it does is instead of, let's see here, instead of giving you a nice straight line across, as you see with the with it all the way down there, if you turn it up, it gives you tries to give you a more natural looking transition. As you can see there, it tries to make tries to randomize it, tries to make it look a little bit more natural. So that's just something you can play around with, just to give it a try. Now your minimum and maximum slope are also two very basic things, but they can be tricky to use. A good tip for when you use your minimum maximum slope, when you want to do a slope or anything like that, is make sure you have your altitude the whole way up. Because if you have it down somewhere, it's only going to paint as high as your altitude restricts it to. So we're going to start off here. We'll do a maximum of 50 degrees here, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, check it out. Oops. Let's try that one more time there. Turn its strength down a little bit. As you can see, when you paint it, it's only painting the top of that hill. Now, if you hold it in for a long time, it may end up painting the sides, and you'll just have to experiment to get the correct formula for what you need. But as you can see, right off the bat, it only paints that top portion of that road. So if you want to have a road going somewhere, it really makes things easier. Your minimum slope and maximum slope are the exact same definition of, you know, what you'd expect from each one. As you can see here, if I turn the minimum slope up, it's only going to paint something that's a lot steeper. As you can see there, you know, even with the altitude constraints on, it's only going to paint the steepest portions. And this is really great for detailing rock faces and cliffs and things like that. It saves you a ton of time and makes life a whole lot easier. So just keep that in mind the next time you guys plan on doing hill painting or whatnot. But if you guys do have any more video requests for things that you'd like to see me tutorial on here, just leave a reply at my YouTube page or send me an email if you happen to have my email address, and I will get one out to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.